When I arranged to spend the day with Jacqueline Gold, I'd never heard of a baby doll, let alone a willy straw. But I wanted to get a sense of what life is like for her as the chief executive of Ann Summers, a chain of lingerie and sex toy shops.
Probably the best example of daring is when I decided to go ahead with our store opening in Dublin, despite receiving a bullet through the post.
Jacqueline's father David was joint owner when she started out at the business, and he now owns the parent company Gold Group International. Jacqueline's been working for Ann Summers for over 30 years. We started the day at a central London hotel where Jacqueline has some meetings. Hi Jacqueline.
Matt, hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So, quite a varied day ahead?
It certainly is a varied day, yes. I think you'll be impressed with the different meetings that we'll be having, and it'll certainly be quite colourful.
I want to know, Jacqueline, when you were a girl, were you ambitious?
I've always been ambitious, yes. I mean, I remember at 13 years old, I was designing crossword puzzles for 50p a time. So I was always keen to have, initially, financial independence. I think that was what drove me. And then, you know, I've always been hardworking. You know, I think I've always had that entrepreneurial spirit.
Would you say that your big idea was the Ann Summers party concept?
Definitely, because I was doing work experience at the time at Ann Summers. I was invited to a Tupperware-style party, and women there knew I was doing Ann Summers and said to me, we want to be able to spice up our sex lives, but we're too embarrassed to go into a sex shop. So that's really where the idea of the parties came from. And it totally revolutionised Ann Summers. It took it from being a male, pretty much a male-only concept, to now what we have is almost a female institution. Lucy.
Jacqueline's first meeting is with the company's PR manager, Katie Byrne, and Lucy Moore, who won a competition to be the face of an Ann Summers campaign.
Photographs are absolutely incredible. You must be so proud. What does your boyfriend think of them?
Oh, he's really proud, yeah. He loves them.
This is just beautiful, isn't it?
Jacqueline, could I have a look at the photos as well?
Yes, of course.
So what's the concept? What was the idea?
We really wanted to find a real woman to front our campaign and be the face of Ann Summers. And the best way we could see doing that was to actually get the public to vote for their favourite.
Who do you try to target? Who does the company try to target?
You know, I think the great thing about our company is that everybody enjoys sex, everybody wants to have a fun sex life. You know, we try to appeal to as broad an audience as we possibly can. You know, if you go to an Ann Summers party, you'll see 3 generations at any one party. If you go into one of our stores, and, you know, I've worked in our stores, you've got, you know, mums coming in with their daughters, you've got, you know, older women coming in and buying our products. And this is the thing, you know, we reach such a broad audience.
Do you feel, Jacqueline, that you've played a role in empowering women in the bedroom?
I mean, you know, absolutely, I think we've played a huge role in empowering women in the bedroom. I mean, attitudes have changed so much over the last 30 years. You know, women are so much more aware of their sexuality. You know, they're no longer sexual second-class citizens, if you like. You know, when I joined the business, when I came up with the party plan idea, you saw a wave of change in so many different areas. All of a sudden, the Chippendales came on the scene. You know, there were even top-shelf magazines for women. And I think that, you know, the strapline on magazines like Cosmopolitan suddenly changed. Women wanted to talk about their sex lives. They wanted to have equality in the bedroom. It wasn't all about, you know, men deciding, you know, men going into a sex shop buying their partner you know, a red nylon baby doll with black harsh lace edging, which is really what it was like at that time. And it was just empowering. It was women were coming to shop, the parties were for women only. And I think women loved the fact that they could, all girls get together and, you know, they could have some say in the bedroom. And I think men loved it too. So it is something I'm very proud of.
What is a red nylon baby doll?
Now you're pretending you don't know.
I genuinely don't know. Has it been challenging to be a woman in business?
It's been hugely challenging. You know, I was a young woman alone in the sex industry at the age of 21. First of all, it was challenging from a number of aspects. The people within the industry, and Ann Summers was always the acceptable face of the sex industry. To be a young woman in that, you know, I remember going to the board meeting where I was looking for investment for my idea, and it was an all-male board, and one of the board members turned round and said, "Look, this isn't going to work. Women aren't even interested in sex." Now, obviously that said a lot more about his sex life than it did about my idea, but those were the challenges that I faced. It was a man's world. It was very, very difficult to get people within the business to take me seriously. And then, of course, I had the other challenge of landlords, you know, government at one point, councils, you know, constant challenges about you're not going to open a store here or you can't do this. I mean, I've been arrested twice. You know, I was arrested at the Women's World exhibition in Bristol.
Why were you arrested?
Because I had a stand there at the exhibition with underwear, and I had some toys there as well, and I was arrested for running a sex shop without a licence. Now, you know, I remember saying, and this is me, I was 21 years old, totally gobsmacked by the whole thing, and I remember saying to the police, but this is ridiculous, we're not even selling the product, we've got it on display, it's available, it's discreetly positioned, it's available for people to see. And I could see that the police, they didn't really know how to deal with me, and it was like, okay, well, if you shut up shop and you go home, you know, we won't take this further. Now, throughout my whole career, you know, I've refused to be what I call bullied, and, you know, I went back, I carried on, and I never saw them again, and I didn't shut up shop.
Your father ran, what would you describe it? A sex shop? I mean, how would you describe what your father ran?
We used to have licensed sex shops that were aimed primarily at men. So 10% then of our customers were women, whereas today, in store, 80% of our customers are women. So obviously, the product that he was selling was aimed at men, because that was his core customer, whereas today, our products are aimed at women. Kim,
hello.
so nice to meet you.
Likewise, hi.
Can I just introduce you to Max?
Hi.
Hello, Matt, nice to meet you. Hi.
Kim is the...
Ann Summers has teamed up with the relationship charity Relate to do a sex survey, and Jacqueline's meeting with a representative of the charity, Kim Atkins.
What about fun? Because at the end of the day, couples are finding it difficult to measure the quality of sex, but are they having fun?
They are having fun, and they are having good sex. I mean, the stats, you know, 70% saying they are having good sex. So there's definitely a good quality there. And actually, we asked people about their fantasies as well, and that they are acting out on their fantasies. But there is a difference between what men would like to do and what women would like to do.
And I absolutely want to know that. So what would you...
Let me just pull out the fantasies section. And what we've done actually is compare these to fantasies that have been pulled out before in previous surveys, so we can see has society shifted in terms of the top sexual fantasies. And for women, it's a threesome, sex outside and bondage. And for men, it's a threesome at the top as well, but also anal sex and using a sex toy with a partner. And anal sex is something that is a fairly new thing to come out in these sexual fantasies. So I think that's really interesting.
Is that anal sex with a female partner?
We don't actually know whether that's with a female partner or a man, but actually what we need to be clear about here is that we ask a wide range of sexualities as well. So we're not just talking about straight couples, we're talking about gay and lesbian couples as well. So we don't actually have that narrowing down of who they want to have anal sex with, but it's certainly something.
You would imagine it's with their partner, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
What do you think the business can take from this information?
I think there's lots of things that we can learn, and obviously I need to understand the report better before I can fully answer that. But the main thing is obviously being able to target our customers much better where products are concerned.
It's off to Oxford Street next to have a look around one of the shops with Jacqueline.
Chrissy, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Lovely to see you. How are you?
And congratulations.
Thank you.
So what's it like working, running the Oxford Street store?
I've been here for nearly 3 months now, and you know how excited I was to be working in Blue. I do love it here, absolutely love it.
Has it ever been an embarrassing business area to be involved in, whether you're meeting new people or even with friends?
Definitely not embarrassing. I mean, there's been some tricky situations, but not embarrassing because, you know, I love what I do and I feel so passionate about the business.
Tell me about some of the tricky situations.
Tricky situations, I mean, you know, I've obviously met the Queen now twice, Princess Anne, but, you know, even Zara Phillips has held an Ann Summers party.
What did you talk to the Queen about?
The Queen had a little twinkle in her eye. We didn't actually have a long conversation. It was mainly Princess Anne who actually said to me, "You're still based in Caterham, are you?" I said, yes, we are. So she obviously knew about Ann Summers, probably because of Zara.
What does go on at the party events?
Well, the parties are for girls only, so unfortunately, Matt, you're never going to know exactly what goes on. But they're great fun. You know, it's a chance for all girls to get together, talk about their sex lives, look at products, try on the underwear and play games and just generally have fun.
Roughly, Jacqueline, how is your business split? It's basically sex toys and lingerie, isn't it?
It is. I mean, 2/3 apparel and lingerie. So that, you know, will include, you know, we do glamour wear, dresses, etc. So all of the apparel amounts to about 2/3, and then the remainder is sex toys and novelties. Christine, do you want to tell me what the top sellers are at the moment in the toy section?
It is definitely still our silicone rabbit. So first we obviously had the white one in. We've then branched into the neon pink, which has been really popular because every girl loves pink.
Yeah.
We've now got the black silicone rabbit in as well. That's been doing really well for us because it looks a lot more sleek and classy, and the customer really appreciates that with that one. We're also selling a lot of just the rabbit ears on their own.
Yes.
Like from when I started with the company, the amount of customers I had asked for them was phenomenal. Now we've had them brought out, they're still selling, and we've got those in the white and the pink. They're both as popular as each other.
Because they were literally brought out just from customer feedback.
Yeah, no,
they?
so many times I've been asked for the ears on their own, so that's great that we've got those in now.
Is there anything you're still asked for that we're not doing?
I get asked for a lot of vibrating knickers.
This is the novelty section.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us what the best sellers are?
We will always sell our jelly willies and chocolate willies. We especially sell a lot more of them at Christmas, but for hen parties, people winding each other up, we sell loads of those. We've got some new bits in. The jelly men are completely new, so a fun take on your little jelly sweets. We've also got the chili chocolate lips as well. All the new bits we've got have been really popular because people like something different. And our sizzling body candy always sells the popping candy. That's a really good one as well.
And for Matt's benefit, can we show him the willy straws?
Yes, glow-in-the-dark willy straws for hen parties.
When you say for my benefit, Jacqueline?
Well, because you did ask me earlier what novelties were, and I said, well, willy straws, and there was this blank look on your face, and that's when I said, we can show you, so
I have to say, there is still a fairly blank look on my face because I don't know what they are. What do they do?
They're straws, drinking straws.
They're drinking
glow in
straws.
the dark for hen parties.
Okay.
So all the girls take them out, they glow in the dark.
Now, you thought it was quite funny, didn't you? That I didn't know what a baby doll is.
I thought it was hilarious, Matt. I can't believe you didn't know.
But this is your opportunity to show me.
Well, this is one of our baby dolls. And as you can see, it's a see-through short nightie.
And what's the sort of point of it?
Matt, I really think you need a much bigger lesson. I just don't know where to start. I think the point is we need to get you a very big goodie bag for you and your girlfriend, because if she watches this and you're going, well, what's the point of it? You tell me.
So the point is for women to feel sexy. Is that right?
You know, when we walk, if I walked you around the store, you can see that we've got underwear like this, the pure lace range, which is very functional underwear but sexy at the same time. Then you've got bedroom wear. Then you've got